putting in the code, and it's not telling me to hit *1.
Did you the access code?
Hello, everybody. I apologize for the technical difficulties that I experienced. I'm told I am connected, and I'm just now going to share my screen. And I want to make sure you guys can hear me okay. So if you wouldn't mind just clicking yes in there. It looks like somebody did hear me earlier. Okay, good. Anybody else? Sorry about that. Never had that technical difficulty before, but it looks like we're good to go. Can you see my screen okay? Perfect. Okay, guys. All right. Sorry about that. So let me go ahead and get you guys going here. Well, thank you for taking the time out of your schedule to watch this presentation on experiencing Switzerland and the Alps with Railbookers. And the good news is the presentation is not that long, so we should not be going over our allotted time and so forth. So I appreciate you guys doing that. My name is Kyle Smith. I am your host today, and I'm one of the business development executives here, and I'll be explaining who you are, who I am, and what we do for you guys, and the types of vacation packages that we can currently offer your customers. So just to the right of you is a downloadable flyer for you guys. You can simply download that. It'll have all the vacation packages I'll be talking to you about today. And you could download that to your desktop. Feel free to put your agent information into it, and you can send it out to all of your customers and so forth. And for our direct customers, that is for you as well. You could give us a call directly with it or visit your local travel agent. If you do have a question, just put those in the question box, and I will be answering your questions here momentarily. But as we begin, I just want to make sure that you guys are aware of who we are and how we're associated in the travel industry. So Railbookers is with the Yankee Leisure Group Incorporated, which is Amtrak Vacations, Yankee Holidays, and now Railbookers. So we have our 2019-2020 brochures available to you. You could request those online or simply give us a call, and we'll be happy to put those in your hands. Today's presentation, though, obviously is going to be on Railbookers as I introduce you to Switzerland, but we do have a couple of different Railbookers brochures for you. We have our Eurostar Vacations, our regular independent brochure, as well as our Via Rail Vacations brochures. You can request these online or simply give us a call. So how big is independent travel to Europe? So in the year 2016, 12.5 million Americans traveled independently to Europe, and 3.4 million Americans traveled by train between cities, according to the United States Department of Commerce Travel Report. Now, if you've been to Europe yourself, my guess is you've been on European rail. You know how efficient it is, how affordable it really is, and it is a preferred method of transportation. So there is obviously no big surprise that there is a need for rail vacations all throughout Europe. So why choose Railbookers? A couple of quick reasons for you guys to consider. I know there's a lot of different options on the internet to go about making European rail vacations for you. The first and foremost is that we are the rail experts. We know the rail inside and out in Europe, backwards and forwards. We know the fares, we know the schedules. And this is what makes us unique in the marketplace, is that we are able to access European rail 18 months in advance, making it really easy to make your travel plans well in advance. We have inside access. So if you know anything about European rail, then you know it's not accessible to the public until about 60 days before departure, give or take. Well, we have direct contracts with the rail company, and we're able to get the fares and schedules 18 months in advance. Flexibility is another reason. We can create any itinerary that you're looking for. So if you pull up a package on our website, we can always customize it to meet your needs. And hassle-free bookings. Let us do the hard work for you. If you're currently planning a European rail trip for next year, be prepared to spend a lot of time on the internet trying to figure out how all the rail comes together. That'll be by far the most difficult part of putting together a vacation when it comes to rail, is the rail itself. If you give us a call, you'll speak to one of our experts who will be happy to put the information together for you. So here is the rail network across Europe. It is a little daunting to look at this for the first time because every single European country, for the most part, has their own rail service that goes international. And those are always the questions we get from travel agents and from you guys, our direct customers, is how do I go from London to Paris to Italy? Where do the trains connect? How long does it take to get from point A to point B, and so forth? I'm only going to Europe for a few days. How can I maximize my vacation package? Those are all fantastic questions, and that is why we are here to simply help you. So let us do all that hard work for you. Just simply give us a call and let us know what you're looking to do. So one-stop shop, hassle-free. We are a hassle-free tour operator, so we will book rail, accommodations, activities, transfers, ferries, and intercity transportation for you. So if you are planning a trip next year, in most cases, you're going to have to do this all yourself, and the rail is going to be the most complicated piece. If you give us a call, we'll make it hassle-free for you, and of course, we'll guide you through every step of the way. So I do want to talk a little bit about the rail passes. They are extremely popular in Europe when it comes to rail, but there's also some misconceptions about them I want to make sure I cover. So a rail pass, as you all know, it's a single pass that will go throughout Europe, and it's advertised as an easy way to get across Europe when it comes to transportation, and it is, by the way, but there are some limits to it as well as some restrictions. So for starters, if you are considering a rail pass, a supplement reservation fee will be required, and that's an additional cost that be prepared to pay for. The rail passes are limited in availability, so you can't just grab one anytime you want. They have to be available, and for any overnight rail journeys, the rail passes covers only the standard accommodations. So if you're traveling from London to Switzerland by rail, that's a 8-9 hour train ride. And if you do it by a rail pass, you're only going to have the standard accommodations, when in most cases it makes sense to upgrade to the first class accommodation. So keep that in mind. And for rail pass reservations, they're all booked online. So if you're going to Europe for a few months, and then a rail pass may make sense for you, but there are certain times where on certain trains it may not be applicable depending on what you're looking to do. So if you're going to be in Europe for a week or two and you're limited on your schedule, it would make more sense to book the rail point to point. It's going to be more affordable and more manageable for you to put together. But that's why you should call us, because we'll do all the hard work for you. So with Railbookers, you'll work with a rail vacation specialist who will find the best routes as well as all the destinations you're looking to go to. Earlier booking results in the best ticket prices. Like I mentioned before, we can book rail a year and a half in advance. So just this morning, I helped put together an itinerary for next November, this time next year. Switzerland and Italy, with all the rail, all that's been booked, and the customer is completely taken care of. With a rail specialist, we can suggest the best accommodations on board. We know the trains left and right. These are some of our most frequently asked questions. Everybody understands hotel and sightseeing activities. All of that's, viewable on the internet, but it's really the train component that makes it challenging. And of course, we've been on all the European trains ourselves, and so we can accommodate you guys and give you guys the best options for the specific train route you're considering. Now, in many scenarios, the longer distance trains will only have a few departures a day, which makes having a reservation very important. So, and the key reason why Railbookers is in business and why you should consider us is because we can book 18 months out when it comes to European rail. So we have access to the pricing as well as all the schedules. So Eurostar, for example, a very popular high-speed train that connects London through Paris and through the rest of Europe on all the different rail lines. We can book these trains 18 months out. Trenitalia, that would be all the Italy high-speed rail. Renfe, Amtrak, the Venice Simplon Orient Express. If you're a rail enthusiast, then you know all about the Belmont trains. We can book those 18 months out. Via Rail, for example, and many, many more, actually. Now, flexibility is another key reason because we can customize any of our packages you see online and tweak it to fit your needs. We can add additional rail, we can add extra hotel nights in a city, or we can even build a package completely from scratch. And so after the presentation today, I would encourage you to jump on our website because I'm only going to show you 3 products today, and you'll get the full range of everything we offer and every destination. And if you have a specific vacation in mind, give us a call and let us know what that is. We either have a package that'll do that for you already, or we'll completely build it from scratch. Now, another option for Railbookers are the European river cruises. We get a lot of customers calling us because they're doing a river cruise, which is a very popular European vacation throughout parts of Europe. And because customers are taking the time to fly all the way to Europe for it, they want to maximize their vacation time as much as they can. And in most cases, a pre and post cruise journey is the common request. So let me make that bring that to life for a minute. The river cruises, the most popular one you'll find is from Amsterdam all the way down into Basel, Switzerland. And since if you're going on a river cruise next year, and let's say you're getting off the ship in Basel, you might as well see a little bit of Switzerland since you're already there if your schedule permits. And we can put together a customized itinerary for you, or anywhere else in Europe you want to go. But these are some of the most popular cruise ports, and we can offer packages either right within the city or another country outside of the port city. So your vacation can be continued beyond the ship. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we are the rail experts. We know because we go. So when you call us, you'll be speaking to a travel consultant who's been on the high-speed rail all through Europe. And we know the best routes. We know the packages because we go on these vacations once a year with our company. And so if you're unsure of how all this will come together, just pick up the phone, give us a call, and let our team help you out. Now, with vacation types, we offer quite a bit. We offer the scenic rail journeys. So picture the Swiss Alps, which is the heart of today's presentation. And I'll be taking you through the Alps here in a moment, but we offer those type of journeys. We offer classic journeys like the Venice Simplon Orient Express from Paris to Venice or Venice to London, whatever the case may be. We offer city breaks. So maybe you're flying to London to visit some family and you want to go to Paris or you want to go to Amsterdam. No problem. We can offer you a single city destination. Pre and post cruise journey and customizable rail vacations. Now, our top destinations for next year would be Italy, Switzerland, Spain and Portugal, North America, and Scandinavia, and many more actually. Ireland, Scotland, Britain is also another top destination. So we go all over Europe, Eastern Europe, West, South, you name it. Anywhere you want to go with high-speed rail, we can accommodate for you. Okay, so without further ado, I want to go ahead and introduce you to our first package, one of our most popular post-river cruise journeys called the Scenic Switzerland from Zurich. So the package itself will begin in Zurich because that's where you connect to the rest of Switzerland. So if you are doing a river cruise ending in Basel next year, what we can do is get off the ship and put you on a train over to Zurich. That's only about an hour and a half. And there you can spend some time in Zurich or connect down into St. Moritz, which is where the first stop is on this particular package. So St. Moritz is a beautiful town. I was just in Switzerland 3.5 weeks ago, and this city, I absolutely fell in love with it. You're in St. Moritz for 2 nights. It's a very small town. The hotels are right near the train station, and we give you more than enough time to roam the city on your own. You can explore the ancient architecture, see the cathedrals, and so forth, and you'll really get lost in the local life. I really enjoy just people watching outside a cafe, drinking a cappuccino, just watching people live their lives, get an idea of what it would be like to live in St. Moritz. And it's a very small town. It's also very clean. It's pollution free. There's not a lot of vehicles in these high mountaintop towns. They're only accessible by train or by helicopter. So upon your day of arrival in St. Moritz, make your way to the hotel, and the rest of the evening is at your leisure. The following day, the train journey will begin on board the very classy Bernina Express, which is going to take you through the heart of the Swiss Alps, heading into Tirano, Italy. So I snapped this picture when I was on the train just a couple of weeks ago, and I had to lean outside the window in order to do this, but this is the most iconic bridge on the route itself. It makes a full 360-degree view just before it crosses into Italy. And the train is magnificent. It has that, it almost looks like a toy train, and that's what a train should look like. And so it is a very scenic train with panoramic windows, so no matter where you're sitting on the train, you can see outside both sides of the train. And the entire route is filled with these bridges and tunnels, over 55 of them, so making the scenery absolutely extraordinary. Now, the Bernina Express will take you into Tirano, Italy, and there you'll have about an hour and a half or so before the Bernina goes back into Switzerland. So it's a small town, small Italian city, so you can walk directly across the street from the train station. There are plenty of restaurants to grab a pizza, or you can just roam the city for the time you have before you have to get back on the Bernina to go back into St. Moritz, where you will spend your second evening. And then on day 3, you are going to board the very popular Glacier Express as you make your way all the way to Zermatt, which is about a 7-hour train ride. Now, this is the reason why people want to see Switzerland, because the Glacier Express takes you through the heart of the country. And I do have some interior shots of the train, so we offer the standard class and the first class options for you. If you're doing the full route all the way to Zermatt, or if that's something you're considering, I would recommend doing that in first class. The seating is much more comfortable. You'll have your meals included on board the train, and of course you have these panoramic windows so you can see outside both sides of the train, and it will definitely enhance the quality of the train experience itself for you. So here's a shot of some of us on the train having lunch. The food is exquisite. It's chef prepared daily with wine and beers available to you. You have a bar car so you can roam the train and so forth, so you're not confined to your seat. So as you go through the Alps, through Switzerland, you are going to get off the train in Zermatt, which is a very popular mountaintop city, which is home to the Matterhorn, which you can see in the top left corner of your screen. Zermatt's a great town. You don't need more than a night or two to feel like you've experienced the city. So upon arrival, make your way to your hotel. Everything's very close to the train station. The hotel that I stayed at, the Best Western, is right next to the train station, about a 5-minute walk. And so it'll be late afternoon when you arrive. So what I would do is get checked into the hotel and explore the city before the shops and the restaurants close down for the evening. Grab yourself some dinner and just enjoy the nightlife a little bit. The following day, you're going to get to do the Gorne Grat Cog Railway. Now, this is one of the most popular activities in Zermatt, and the train station is only a 5-minute walk from your hotel, and the train to go up the mountain departs like every 30 minutes, so you can go as early or as late as you'd like, and it's a 30-minute journey going up to the top of the mountain. And of course, you'll have great views of the Matterhorn while you're on the train. When you get to the top of the mountain, there is a hotel up there with a restaurant, so you can have lunch up there, or you can do some very basic hiking. You'll get a great vantage point of the glacier up there, as well as the Matterhorn itself. So after your 2 nights in Zermatt, you're going to get on the Swiss rail going over to Lucerne, which is a great town. It's about a 2-hour train ride. And on this particular package, we include the Swiss Rail Pass, which will, it's an unlimited usage of all the rail throughout Switzerland, making it real easy for you to pick the train times that you want to take advantage of. So upon arrival in Lucerne, you'll spend 2 nights, and we don't have any activities here. It's a very small lakefront city, so you can just roam the city, check out the architecture, the cathedrals, have some dinner. There's a couple of museums you can check out. So we give you plenty of downtime to do the things you guys will want to do. Now, the following day, you'll continue the train journey through the Golden Pass. So here's a little bit of the scenery as you make your way west into Lucerne. And upon arrival in Lucerne, you'll stay 2 nights. Our hotels are within walking distance of the train station, centrally located in the city. So Lucerne is home to the oldest wooden bridge in the world, which goes across the lake. I was pretty fascinated by it. And all the gift shops and restaurants are located right by the lake. So you are in the heart of the city, and you'll be there for 2 nights. So upon the day of arrival, the day is yours to do what you'd like. Now, the following day, you're going to take a trip to Mount Pilatus, which is one of the most popular activities you can do in Lucerne. So to do the Mount Pilatus tour, you will walk to the train station and get on a ferry that will take you across the lake all the way to Mount Pilatus, which is about 45 minutes away. And there you will get on this cog railway, which will take you to the top of Mount Pilatus. And it's about a 30-minute adventure up and down, but the views are absolutely beautiful. And when you get to the top of the mountain, there's a couple of hotels up there that have restaurants. You can have lunch and get great views of Lucerne. There's hiking trails up there, lots of wildlife, a lot of sheep and goats and things like that. It's really quite an adventure. And so be prepared to be gone for a good portion of the day. But then as you make your way back down the mountain, you can catch a local bus or take the ferry back to Lucerne. And that'll cap out your time in Lucerne. And then you'll board the Swiss Rail as you make your way to Interlaken for your next part of your adventure, which is about an hour-and-a-half train ride. And upon your arrival into Interlaken, you'll stay 2 nights. The following day, you're going to take advantage of the Jungfrau train, the slowest express moving train in all of Europe. And at an average speed of 11 miles per hour, you will make the climb all the way up to Jungfrau, which is known as the top of Europe. And the views are extraordinary. There's an entire village up there, so you can get an idea for the local living life while you spend some time up there, and then you'll make your way all the way back down into Interlaken on the train. So that is our Scenic Switzerland from Zurich, our most popular package, 9 days with 8-night hotel accommodations, the Bernina Express, the Golden Pass, the Glacier Express, with all the activities included. So if this is going to be too long of a journey for you, especially getting off a river cruise, let us know how we can customize it and we can shorten the days for you. Now, the next package I want to take you through is our second most popular one, the Switzerland's Lakes and Mountains Tour. Now, I love this package because it starts in Geneva and it will go all the way through Interlaken, all the way into Core, and you'll even get to do the Glacier Express, the Bernina Express. You'll see Jungfrau and go through the Golden Pass. So this is a true Switzerland rail experience. So the journey will begin in Geneva for a 1-night stay at a hotel. Geneva is very accessible if you're coming in from the UK or from Paris or anywhere else in Europe to start this journey. So in Geneva, it'll be a 1-night stay. If you plan on flying into Geneva from the UK or from the US, we can include a transfer to your hotel. And the following day, the train journey is going to begin as you go on the Golden Pass all the way to Montreux. That's a couple-hour train ride. Beautiful scenery. You'll spend 1 night in Montreux, which is a small mountain lakeside front town. And, there's no activities. You can roam the city and just get a feel for the local life and so forth. But then the following day, you're going to go through the Golden Pass again as you make your way to your next destination, which will be Interlaken for a 2-night stay. So upon arrival into Interlaken, you'll make your way to your hotel. The day is yours to do what you want to do. And then the following day, you're going to go up to Jungfrau on board the slowest express train in Europe. A little bit of a different angle for the photo here as you make your way to the top of the mountain. After you're Interlaken, you're going to take the train over into Kor, which is a very popular city, mountaintop. And while in Kor, you'll have 2 nights to do what you want to do. And you can check out the ancient architecture and just simply roam the city and do the things that you guys want to do. And then the following day, you're going to go on the Bernina Express as you make your way through the Swiss Alps, through Toronto, Italy, going all the way back into Kor in a single day. So this is our Switzerland's Lakes and Mountains tour, 7 days, 6 nights with hotel, the Glacier Express, as well as the Bernina Express as well. So this is a great package starting at only $15.49 at a going rate. What I will tell you is we're already booking these scenic journeys for next year. So if this is something you're considering, please give us a call or visit your local travel agent because space is limited on these trains. Okay, the next package I want to show you is another popular post-river cruise itinerary. We have our Zermatt and St. Moritz. So the journey will begin in Basel. We don't have a hotel in Basel, but we can easily include one if you'd like to stay in Basel. But if you're getting off the river cruise, it may make more sense to just get on the train and head all the way down into Zermatt, which is about a 4.5-hour train journey. So you'll spend 2 nights in Zermatt with the day trip up to the top of the mountain where you get great views of the Matterhorn. And then after Zermatt, you're going to get on the Bernina Express as you make your way all the way to St. Moritz, which is about a 5-hour train journey. This is the most iconic photo of the entire itinerary and of the route, that is. Great views of the lake as you're on board this express moving train, all the way to St. Moritz. So you're going to go all the way through parts of the Swiss Alps as you make your way to St. Moritz for a 2-night stay, and giving you plenty of downtime to do the things you want to do. So that is our Zermatt and St. Moritz 5-day journey. 4-day Swiss pass will be included, your hotels, and your sightseeing activities as well. So if you're getting off a river cruise in Basel, this is a great post-cruise trip for you, or of course any other product that you've seen here today. So that is what I have for you when it comes to Switzerland. Now, we can go all over Switzerland, Wengen, other particular cities, but I do want to highlight some of our other most popular packages that we have for Europe. We have a Scandinavian Grand Tour for you where you can see Copenhagen, Norway, and Sweden. We have an Italy package. Italy is our top-selling destination. We call it the Ultimate Venice, Florence, and Rome. It's a 3-night stay in each city with rail and hotels included. We have Scotland has become quite popular, so we have a complete Scotland by rail. We also go to Eastern Europe, so you can see Berlin, Prague, Vienna, and Budapest. And obviously, Ireland is a very busy destination for us, so we have a Best of Emerald Isle by rail. And you can view all of these at railbookers.com if you want to learn more. So how to book any package you've seen here or to inquire, simply give us a call at 888-829-3040. You'll be connected to one of our travel consultants who will help you put together your perfect rail experience. You can visit our website at railbookers.com to get more ideas on what we can offer you. Or you can go visit your local travel agent. And if you do travel with a travel agent, then download the flyer to the right of you, take it to them so they could give us a call and we'll arrange the trip for you. And I always recommend going through a travel advisor because they will book all your flights coming from the U.S., any other vacation you're looking to do, and they have decades of experience putting together international vacations for you. So I do encourage you to do that as well. Here's a sneak peek at our website at railbookers.com. There you can hover over trip planning. You can see pictures of the train stations. You can see photos of the trains. And we even have tutorial videos to get an idea of what this would look like. And of course, if we can answer your questions, just simply give us a call. So with that, I'm happy to answer your questions, and I know some had popped in there, so let me see what we've got. So Shannon is asking us if she were to book for August 2020, can we deposit it? And Shannon, your question kind of cuts off here. I'm not able to read the second part. What I can tell you, Shannon, is we can book for 2020. 18 months out is our range, so we can certainly do that. And February, okay, totally. So the way that would work, February 2019. Okay, hold on, let me go back here. So let me address your first part. It looks like you were mentioning August 2020. So a simple deposit is all we need in order to physically book and hold space. So we can certainly do that. If you plan on traveling in 2019, then we can obviously go ahead and book all that right now for you, no problem. So give us a call, let us know what your customers are wanting, and we'll go ahead and assist you. Amy is asking us, drinks and food is not included. Is that correct? Well, Amy, there's two parts to that. So with the hotels we offer, they always include breakfast. That's very important. But on the train itself, food is usually not included unless you're in the first class accommodations on the train. So the Glacier Express, for example, the food would be included if you do first class. If you book standard class, you'll have to purchase your meals and beverages on board the train. I hope that answers your question. Shannon is, can we book that for February of 2019? Absolutely, Shannon. In fact, we've been booking early 2019 since the beginning of this year. So simply give us a call, let us know what you're looking to do, and we'll go ahead and take good care of you. Bill is asking us, does it make more sense to customize an itinerary or to just go with one of your packages in terms of price? Bill, good question. So if we were to customize a package that we already have online, it'll be the same price because it's the same trains, the same destinations, and the same activities. The difference is we'll have to create it from scratch, which will take us a little bit of amount of time. But if you do the package as we have it online, our vacation consultants can quote that up for you very quickly and be able to review the itinerary with you over the phone and email it to you all within a matter of minutes. So depending on what you're wanting to do, chances are we have a package that will already do that, or we'll have to create it from scratch. It just depends on what you're looking to do. Let's see here. Amy's asking us about flights being booked. Amy, we don't do anything with the airlines. That'll be something you'll have to look into for yourself. We only do rail, hotel, sightseeing, and transfers. Peter is asking us about traveling through the Alps coming out of the UK. I'll be visiting some friends, and how easy would this be to do by rail? Peter, great question. So you can certainly do the rail from London all the way through the Swiss Alps into Switzerland and beyond. The way it would work is you take the Eurostar to Paris under the Channel. It's about 2.5 hours. Then you'll get on another high-speed train all the way to Geneva, which is about a 4-hour train journey going through southeast France. You'll have a forced overnight in Geneva, and then the following day you'll get on the Trenitalia trains. Those are Italy's high-speed rail. That'll take you through the Alps all the way into Italy or anywhere else you want to go. So we do have a package that does that. It's the Ultimate Venice, Florence, and Rome via the Alps coming out of London. You can view that online. That'll show you how it all comes together. Any other questions, guys? I want to make sure I got everything here. All right. Anything else, guys? Mark is asking us about Norway, where we go and what we do. Mark, Norway is a popular destination for us, even though I didn't go over it today. But Oslo, Bergen, Flom, those are the more popular areas of Norway. We have vacation packages that will go clear across Norway. You can view those online. For Sweden, if you're looking at Sweden too, Mark, then you may want to look at our Scandinavian Grand Tour online. And that'll start in Copenhagen. You'll go through Norway and Sweden. You may want to look at that. And of course, we can customize anything you're looking to do on top of that. Any other questions, guys? I got a few more minutes here before I have to log off. Again, I apologize for the technical difficulties earlier. Well, it doesn't look like we have any other questions. Okay, no problem. I do want to let you know that our travel consultants are standing by. Let me give you our business hours real quick here. So our business hours are Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Pacific. Our phone number is 888-829-3040, and railbookers.com is our website. So our team is standing by. I would download the flyer to the right of you and have that handy for when you call in or if you visit your local travel agent. And is there anything else I can do? I just want to make sure I don't miss any questions. Oh, there's another one. Let me see what we got. Stephen is asking us about early booking discounts. If Railbookers offers anything like that, I plan on visiting a couple of European countries next year. Still not sure what I want to do, but how can you help us out? Absolutely, Stephen. So we do have early booking discounts on a lot of our packages. The Ultimate Vienna or Berlin, Prague, Vienna, Budapest, I know has a $200 savings for booking in advance. And of course, the reason why you want to book that far out is because we can book the rail 18 months out, making it easy for you to plan the rest of your vacation. Absolutely. So we do offer discounts for you on select packages, and to get a list of that, if you just go to railbookers.com, guys, you can view that online. Okay, doesn't look like we have anything else. Well, guys, I want to thank you for taking the time today to view this presentation. If you came in late, it is being recorded currently, so we can send you the link and you could re-listen. There is another webinar this afternoon. It'll be at 3 p.m. Pacific. If you'd like to watch this again, please re-register according to the email we sent you earlier about this specific presentation. And I want to thank you all for taking the time today. I hope you have a good rest of your afternoon and take care.